Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today we are going to be talking about dupes. So, most of these fragrances that I have here are on the more affordable end. A couple of them are high end and a little bit pricey, but I have a ton of dupes for you and we're just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to start off with all of the kind of single dupes that I have, and then I'm going to talk about, and it will be no surprise to any of you, my favorite kind of dupe house. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So the first perfume that I'm going to start with is Chanel Allure. So Chanel perfumes are very, very expensive. This is a beautiful fragrance. I really, really enjoy this one. It's one of my favorite from the house. Sorry, one of my favorites from the house, I should say. I'm not a huge fan of Chanel perfumes. I know that that's a very unpopular opinion. But I think that the only Chanel perfume that I really, really enjoy that I wear, well, I don't wear it often because I only have a decant, but that I would purchase a full bottle of is Coco Noir. I do love this. This is a partial bottle. This is the Eau de Toilette. So this dupe that I have is for the Eau de Toilette, not the Eau de Parfum. My friend Jen did send me a little decant of the Eau de Parfum, and they actually don't smell very different to me. So this might be a case where the Eau de Parfum is just a stronger, longer lasting version than the Eau de Toilette. But anyways, with that being said, we've got Chanel Allure, and the dupe that I have for Chanel Allure is United Colors of Benetton Hot. Now, this fragrance, I believe, came out back in the 90s, and I had never smelled this one before. This is the cutest little bottle too, because you literally turn it off and it'll close it, and then you turn it on and it opens it. It's got a great sprayer on it, and this literally smells exactly like Chanel Allure. This isn't just like a sort of dupe or it smells similar. This literally smells exactly the same on the skin as well as on paper and clothing. I love it. This one, and this is a very fresh bottle. I just purchased this for this video, and my bottle of Allure is on the older side and it is starting to kind of go off a little bit. It doesn't smell as good as it used to. So I'm so happy to have a fresh bottle of this, because it's like having a fresh bottle of Allure, but I paid $10 for this huge bottle, so $10 versus like $120. This is a great, great dupe. So if you guys are looking for a dupe for Chanel Allure, look no further than United Colors of Benetton Hot. Okay, the next dupe that I have for you is a really, really exciting one. But it's also, I think, kind of commonly known. So we are talking about Nasomatto Narcotic V, which I just have a little roller ball of the oil. This is a gorgeous, sweet, bubblegummy tuberose fragrance. Oh, it's so beautiful. But Michael by Michael Kors is almost an exact dupe. This is a very sweet, candy-like tuberose. That's exactly what you get with Michael. These smell almost identical. If you want to have the experience of Nasomatto Narcotic V but cannot afford these because these are so pricey, you can definitely get the exact same experience with Michael by Michael Kors. Very, very similar. They smell almost identical, and this is very easily found, and it is also much, much less expensive than Narcotic V. So that is my second dupe. The next dupe I have for you is another one that is quite commonly known, and that is Armaf Club de Nuit Intense and Tom Ford, let me get this turned around, Tom Ford Noir de Noir. These fragrances literally smell exactly the same. I tested them side by side. The Tom Ford smells just a hint richer, a little bit more expensive, like pricier ingredients are used, but it's like the differences are so subtle, especially in the dry down of this one, that you will get the exact same experience with Club de Nuit Intense as you will with Tom Ford Noir de Noir. So this is a wonderful, wonderful dupe for a very expensive fragrance, and definitely I would recommend that to anyone. Okay, the next one is actually a men's cologne dupe. Now, I have been wanting to smell and experience Creed's original Santal for a very long time. So when I saw that this was a good dupe for it, I went ahead and ordered the men's cologne first, and then I ordered the Creed, like a little decant of the Creed. This is supposed to be a unisex fragrance. However, this leans very, very masculine to my nose. But so gorgeous nonetheless. And even though it is quite masculine, it's one that I feel very comfortable wearing. I don't feel like I smell like I'm wearing my husband's cologne. This is gorgeous. This is, I didn't write the notes down for this video because it's more about how much of these fragrances are dupes for each other, but the dupe that I have for Creed Original Santal is Mont Blanc Individuelle. So this is a men's cologne. I love this bottle too. It's slim and just really, really cool, and it's got this really pretty cap on it. I did find a partial bottle of this on Mercari, which I was super excited about. Now, as far as the dupe goes, these smell very, very similar upon first spray. Upon dry down, Mont Blanc Individuelle ends up smelling much sweeter. The vanilla in this one is a much sweeter vanilla, though these smell very, very similar. They are not, this is not as good of a dupe for this as the previous two that I've shown you so far, but it's dupe enough that I would recommend if you're looking for a good alternative to Creed Original Santal. Definitely look at Mont Blanc Individuelle, because I actually prefer this one because that's a personal preference though. The staying power on this one is amazing. It's just a really good fragrance, and I prefer this one a little bit more just because I prefer a sweeter vanilla in my fragrance. I prefer vanilla anyway, but I do prefer it to be a little bit sweeter, and the dry down on this one is a little bit sweeter, making it feel a little bit more feminine than the Creed Original Santal. Both are stunning fragrances. I love them both, but I really enjoy this Montal, and it is very, very inexpensive, especially in comparison to the Creed. So I was really excited to have found that one. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about now. This next one, the dupe isn't as easy to find here in the States as I think it is in Europe or across the water, but I thought it would be a good one to include for my friends over there in Europe and across the pond, as well as for anybody here in the States that's interested and is willing to kind of search for it. So we are talking about Chanel number 19, and Chanel number 19 is a very bright, airy, aldehydic green fragrance. Now, I don't love green fragrances, but this one, there's something about it that's just really, really stunning. It's very old-fashioned smelling, like vintage smelling. It's just gorgeous. It's, like I say, a very aldehydic green scent. Now, the dupe that I have for Chanel number 19 is called Silences by Jacomo. Jacomo, that is correct. And it comes in this black bottle here. And there's another one that comes in a purple bottle, and that one is a dupe for, I believe, some YSL fragrance. That one was a lot harder for me to find. This one I was able to pick up on eBay for quite inexpensive, like $13 or $16 or something. And when I tell you this smells exactly like Chanel number 19, it literally smells exactly like it. This is an exact dupe for this to my nose. I cannot detect any difference in the initial spray, in the wear, in the dry down. This is a really, really nice quality for as inexpensive as it is. Like, you would not be able to tell that you are not wearing Chanel with this one. So mine is an older bottle. I did pick this up partially I picked it up as a partial bottle just for this video. This is really, really beautiful though. This one has been stored properly. It's gorgeous. It smells exactly like the Silences, which was a brand new bottle in the packaging. So that's how I knew when I smelled this, I knew that this had been stored properly, and this still smells very, very fresh to me. But really, really great dupe. If you were into Chanel number 19, definitely check out Silences by Jacomo if you can find it. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is a Kilian dupe. So I've just got a little tester here of Kilian, and this is called Forbidden Games. Now this fragrance has a very heavy peach note in it, and I do not love peach in fragrance. So Forbidden Games was not up my alley. And I had ordered the Armaf fragrance first, which this is called, sorry, there's something, I think I just kicked up a kitty hair. Yep, and it went right in my lips. Okay, so this is La Femme from Armaf, and this is an eau de parfum. And I had ordered this before I got my sample of Forbidden Games in, and I sprayed this on, and I immediately fell in love. This is a stunning fragrance. I'm not typically into fruity fragrances, but there is something about this that is so, so good. And I don't smell peach, or I think I do. I think the fruity note in this is peach, but there's something about the notes that are accompanying it. I want to say there's like vanilla, praline, something in the base that really, really tones down that peach note and just makes it so, so stunning. I have worn this. This lasts forever. The performance on this guy is amazing. Now, I got the Kilian Forbidden Games in after that. I ordered this just to compare to this, and as soon as I got this in the mail, I opened it up, I sprayed it on, and I wanted to gag. The peach note, and I'm just gonna spray it again just so I can remember. I just remember hating it. The peach note in this one is like peach ring candy, like gummy candies. Yeah, it smells like cheap sour peach rings. It's gross. I hate it on me. You know, it might work on other people's chemistry, but this does not work for me. This smells like a $5 body spray that you get like in the kids section. I'm so sorry, and I know that's so harsh, but oh, I do not like it at all. It literally smells like peach candy. And I am so happy that the Armaf does not smell like that. This one smells so much more grown up and adult. It still smells kind of fruity and candy-ish, but in a very beautiful, much more sophisticated way than the Kilian. This is stunning, and this was so, so inexpensive, like $18 or $20 for this huge bottle. And so do I think these are dupes? No. I think that you will get a similar vibe, but it is often said that these are dupes for each other, and they're not. So I know this is a dupes video, but this is one that I did buy for this video that I found to not be a dupe at all. I would not recommend Kilian Forbidden Games. I would absolutely recommend Armaf La Femme, and I'm so glad that I picked this one up. And had I not been doing some research for this video, I would have never even found this fragrance. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, and then the next one that we have to talk about is, I've got a little backstory for this. So as you know, I'm always kind of surfing Mercari looking for perfume. I love finding perfume on Mercari, and I'm always coming across a shop on Mercari called Casey's Fragrances, and she sells a lot of, well, she does have some original fragrances, but she sells a ton of knockoff fragrances. So they are $10, so $10 a bottle, and then if you buy 2, you get a third free. So I will try to link her shop below if I can find it, if I can figure out how to do that. It took me forever to figure out how to do my own, so I will see if I can figure out how to link her shop below. But so yeah, her fragrances are $10. She has a few different brands of these knockoff fragrances, but the brand that I'm going to be talking about today is called Mirage, and I had been coming across this one for a while, and it's called G for Women Sexy Night, which you can see it's clearly a knockoff of Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal by Night. I had a large 10 ml decant of Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal by Night, and I didn't not like it, but something about that and the original Scandal smell very, very synthetic on my skin. There's something in those fragrances that just get very screechy and smell very synthetic, but it is a very unique smell. So I knew that getting a knockoff of it would be a perfect way for me to see if these knockoff fragrances even smell like the real thing, because Scandal by Night is a very unique and distinct smell. So I ordered this one. I ordered, let's see, I ordered this, whoa, I swear you guys, I drop something every single time. It's because my hands are messed up from work and I can't grip things very easily, so that's why I'm always dropping things. But anyways, I got this one, which is supposed to be a dupe of, or a knockoff of the DKNY Nectar perfume. And then I got this one, which is a different brand. This is not the Mirage brand. This is, I don't even know, some other knockoff brand, but this is called Olinda, and it's supposed to be a knockoff of Olympia. Paco Rabanne Olympia. I will tell you right away, this one is trash. It smells absolutely nothing like Olympia. And it's not like a bad smell, but it smells nothing like Olympia. This is just not a good knockoff. It's not a good alternative in any way. It's actually really, really horrible. So this one was an absolute fail. Now, the DKNY one, I actually don't know how good of a knockoff this is because I've never smelled the original one. These bottles are horrendous. Like, they're so cheap and just really horrible. This one actually smells really good. I have found that the Mirage fragrances are the best knockoffs of the ones that she carries. You can find Mirage fragrances on eBay for really, really cheap too. But this one, it's okay. I wouldn't recommend that anybody run out and buy it. However, the one that I would recommend people purchasing if you're looking for a good alternative to Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal is this one. My daughter loves this bottle too. She thinks it's hilarious. She likes to turn it over and make the woman look like she's walking. It is so funny. But anyways, this one, now out of the bottle, because it has this weird plastic like little part that goes around the neck of the bottle, that smells very heavily of plastic, and it makes the perfume smell a little plasticky, kind of like the cloud on Ariana Grande's Cloud perfume does. Like, you can't smell the perfume out of the bottle very well because the cloud smells so strongly of plastic. That's kind of what's going on with this one as well. But this one, first of all, that spray is amazing. Like, for a $10 bottle of perfume, the actual bottle itself is really pretty. It's this ombre kind of pink to peach thing going on. And it's also a really nice, heavy weighted glass bottle. This sprayer on it, let me see if I can get it. If you can see, the sprayer on it is really, really nice. And this is such a good alternative for Scandal by Night. It smells almost exactly the same. The Jean Paul Gaultier smells a little bit more high quality. It smells a little bit richer. This one is a little bit more watery than the original, but not enough that it would deter me from purchasing this one. This one smells so, so nice. Like, I could not believe what a good knockoff this was. The longevity or the performance of this was really, really good as well. This one lasted, I wore it to work one day and it took me through my entire 10-hour workday. So I was really, really pleased with excuse me, with this one. And yeah, this is one that if you're looking for a good dupe for Scandal by Night, this is a wonderful $10 dupe. Like, so good. So, and I was so, so surprised by it because I just didn't expect for any of them to really be anything. But I definitely run across them all the time, and I really, really wanted to give it a go just to see what the knockoff smelled like. So with that being said, the last knockoff I bought was another Mirage fragrance, and I thought this one was going to be good too. I really wanted it to, but I don't have the original to compare it to. But this is called Magic Code Silk, and it's supposed to be a dupe for our Armani Code Cashmere. So this one, again, a really nice bottle, a really nice sprayer, but this one does not smell good at all. It smells cheap, it smells synthetic, and I don't think that this probably smells anything like the real Armani Code. This one's just not good. So this is another one that I would say to avoid. But for sure, that Scandal by Night dupe is like a really, really good one that I would absolutely recommend. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about was just, I just wanted to talk about Layered, because if you are looking, and this is not sponsored, I am not getting paid, I don't have any kind of affiliate codes or anything, this is just purely my opinion, and because I love this house. I compare Layered in the fragrance world to, they're like the ColourPop of the makeup world. They are, for the price, they are the best, like, inspiration or dupe or clone house that I've ever smelled. And I've smelled a lot. I have ordered from, well, I'm not going to mention any of the other brands, but this is the best. This is called Bella the Irresistible. This is a dupe of Parfums de Marly Cassili, and it's gorgeous. Every single fragrance that they come out with that is an inspired fragrance smells, to my nose, usually better than the original, because the way that they blend their fragrances is just perfection. They're gorgeous. And so I just wanted to mention them since this is a dupes video. If you're looking for any really expensive fragrance, and Layered makes, if they make an inspired fragrance of that fragrance, I would highly recommend looking into Layered before spending a bunch of money on the original, just because they're that good. And I've never gotten one of their inspired fragrances that didn't smell 99% the exact same, especially in the dry down, as the original fragrance. Sometimes they will smell just a little bit different, or they smell the most different with the initial spray. So in the dry down, you will not be able to tell the difference between the real and the inspired fragrance. So anyways, guys, that is my little dupes video that I put together for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know I will definitely make more if this is something that you guys are interested in and want to see. I had a lot of fun doing the research for this, and I had a lot of fun getting the fragrances and testing them side by side to see if they were dupes. If you guys have any fragrances that you would like me to test or have heard of any dupes, definitely let me know in the comment section so that I can check them out. So let's talk about what is on my eyes and my lips today. So on my eyes is this cute little Tarte palette. This is called Be a Mermaid and Make Waves, and I love this palette. This was a limited edition palette, and it's just got a lot of different like mauves and pinks and some blues and a gold, and nothing groundbreaking. Tarte doesn't do a lot of groundbreaking you know, things, but I love this. It's beautiful. The mirror on it says 99% mermaid, and ooh, I just noticed that I've got some makeup on my face here. So sorry about that, but I've got this beautiful duochrome shade all over the lid, and it is called Saltwater. And then I've got a lot of the just mauve mattes in the crease, because that's basically all you've got for mattes. But yeah, I love this palette. It's so cute. Packaging is gorgeous. And then on my lips, I've got a combination of two things. I've got a gloss by Dominique Cosmetics that came in a BoxyCharm a long time ago. This is called Lemonade. It's just this really beautiful bright pink gloss that's really clear on your lips. And then this, which I'm super excited about, because Dollar General, which is literally the only store, like kind of general store in my town. I don't have anything else but Dollar General, and I was there picking up paper towels yesterday, and I picked up a couple of these lipsticks. This is from Dollar General's own makeup line called Believe Beauty, and this is the Satin Crush lipstick, and it is called, and the shade is called Plum Royale. So this is a really nice lipstick. I really enjoy it, and it was like $3. So I picked up a couple of these shades. I'm going to pick up a couple of the lighter shades, because I did go for two rather dark shades, thinking that these were going to be like mid-tone, because the light ones looked really light. So I think that they look lighter than they actually wear. So I'm definitely going to pick up some lighter shades, but I'm really enjoying these so far, especially layered with a gloss. They're really, really nice. They don't tear my lips up. So yeah, that is what I've got on my face. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.